Hey everyone, this is your Daily Spirit Lift from Pastor Joseph, coming to you today from the backyard. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm glad to be with you. This is the second of what I think will be two reflections on creation from Gabriel and Dorothy Facker's Christian Basics that I showed you yesterday. They talk about the different deeds that explain what goes on in the Bible. The first deed is creation, the second is fall, third is covenant, and so on. And I'm going to be going through those. And I want to talk to you about creation this morning because I didn't exhaust what I was thinking about yesterday and have some things to share. First of all, there's a lot of really great creation stuff in the Bible. Psalm 8 comes to mind, Psalm 23, a lot that's in the prophets. Jesus used parables all the time, trees and mustard seeds and that sort of thing. And creation is an important kind of thing for us to talk about how God has created. And I shared with you my thoughts on creation yesterday. But the prayer practice that I have found helpful connected with creation is an outdoor prayer practice that I've only recently learned about. I saw it in my Pneuma program, the spiritual direction program, in which I'll shortly be graduating from. And but I've also seen it with our brothers and sisters in the Philippines. They've done some of this kind of prayer practice, and it's called the 4 points of the compass. It's got different names, but that's what I call it. And the 4 points of the compass simply means that you face 4 different directions, and you offer up what you find there. So I like to do this in the morning. You can do it in the evening as well. I like to bring my cup of coffee out here in the backyard and turn to the east and offer a prayer to my friends from the east that I know live far away from me. And I think of things that come from the east. Where I am standing, turning east, reminds me of the rising sun, reminds me of the morning time. It reminds me of the lands where our Savior walked. It reminds me of where the church was founded, Jerusalem. So many things that are important to our daily walk. And then I turn from the east and I turn to the south, and I think of and recall the gifts that come from the south. The people that I know that live to the south of me, the importance of the global south, if you're not familiar with that term, the global south being countries below the equator, and many of the gifts that we've received there from theologians I've read, books I've read, different understandings of God from the global south. Then I turn to the west, and I offer my thankfulness for my friends who live to the west of me, and things that I think are important from the west. And I often think of things, because that's where the sun sets, I often think of things that are ending, things that are reaching their conclusion when I turn to the west at the end of the day. And then finally turning to the north, and when I turn to the north, then I think about the friends that I have that live in the north. I think of cooler weather, I think of snow, I think of all sorts of things that I have received from the north, because that's originally where I'm from, north of where I am living now. And so I think of family and friends in the north, and great memories I have of childhood. You can also do it in terms of seasons: spring, summer, winter, fall. Spring being the east, summer being the south, fall being the west, and north being winter because the cold weather. And that's what I do. I just make the 4 points of the compass moving around and thinking about those particular things. The thing I love about this is not so much the activity itself, although I think that's important, but the thing that I really love about this is if you do this for a week, you start to notice different sounds. You start to notice different things. If you do this for a month, you will notice many different things. If you do this for a year, you can then notice things that you never noticed before, how the smells of your backyard are different. And you can really just enjoy that, notice that spring smells entirely different than autumn, that the birds sound different in the beginning of spring versus late summer. There's all sorts of remarkable things you end up noticing. For example, this morning, I think I saw, and I'm going to be watching for this, I think I saw some hawks up in a tree to the north over there that were making a nest. That's something I've never seen before in my neighborhood, and I've been living here for about 10 years. So it sort of hones your ability to notice stuff. And I find that if I do it in the morning, sometimes that makes for a better day, me noticing things, noticing somebody's tone of voice or expression, noticing where God is active in my life, noticing some thankfulness for the day, the taste of a particular delicious food that day, mindfully eating. It's just a way to practice your skills in noticing things. And you can begin by noticing creation. And we all have our favorite spots. Some people like to sit on a park bench. Some people have favorite walks. This is one of those prayers that usually I tell people, pray as long as you feel you need to, but don't drag it out, because the worst thing to do is to get bored and walk away and to stop. But this is one that I really think benefits from really taking some time and quieting oneself down and listening, because God is here in the creation. Right now there's a bird standing 10 feet from me at the feeder, very, very close to me, totally at comfort and at ease with me being right here. And so in this way, we can sort of connect with God in a way that maybe we haven't ever done before. So I encourage you to try that. I encourage you to use that to give thanks to God for this beautiful creation, and to think about this message today in conjunction with yesterday's message about creativity. And we will be moving on, maybe, unless I think of something else tomorrow about creation, a third story. But we're probably going to move on tomorrow to the fall, because that is the second deed in the scheme that's laid out by Gabriel and Dorothy Thacker in their book Christian Basics. All right, I'm praying for you all. Blessings to you, and remember tomorrow's worship. Check in with the church 10:15 at the Emmanuel Church Facebook page, and we look forward to seeing you. And blessings to you. Miss you all. I hope you're finding these useful. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. I'll try and answer as many as I can, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Blessings, everybody. God bless you, and miss you, love you. Bye.